Hey, imagine creating your own superhero in a massively multiplayer online RPG called City of Heroes. Now, in this game, you can create your own superhero with super strength. Now, you can also have heat vision. Ooh, sorry there. We also got ice breath. See where this is going?
Hey, I'm with Jack Emmert from Cryptic Studios, and this guy is the game designer for City of Heroes. What happens in this game?
Well, essentially, every one of the players gets to design his or her own hero. And after that, they choose their powers, their skills, costume options, and then they jump into Paragon City. Now, the backstory is that Paragon City is the leading light in America, the biggest metropolis, a center of commerce, a center of industry, of discovery. Well, in the past several years, there had been an alien invasion by beings known as the Ricti. And the whole world had managed to fight them back with the help of superheroes across the world. But the problem is Paragon City is still devastated and needs everyone's help to be able to rebuild the city and protect it from the remnants of the Ricti and supervillains who are trying to take advantage of Paragon City's momentary weakness.
Now, is everyone in Paragon City a superhero?
Everybody in Paragon City is not a superhero. There are plenty of NPCs, plenty of innocents to protect. There's a lot of people in Paragon City just working their daily lives, hoping that the players are going to be the ones protecting them.
How are you doing the hero building?
There's a certain amount of points that every player can spend and allocate it towards superpowers, their skills, their attributes. But the other little kink in it is that everyone gets to choose an origin type in the beginning. Depending on your origin, that will also depend how you spend your points. Under each origin, the powers are then capped at different levels. Mutants can never be as powerful, let's say, as an altered human, but to counter that, they have more powers available.
Does it all take place in Paragon City, or are there other cities that you can fly to in the game?
Well, currently, everything is set in Paragon City, because that's the hero's mission. But we will be expanding the universe quite a great deal, from other places in the world to other dimensions, to other planets. Who knows what's coming down the line.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
That's so cool.
Virtually is limitless.
Now, I've taken a look at Freedom Force, which is another superhero game coming out this year, and I really like the look of that game. But is your game like theirs, or is it completely different?
Well, I think that Freedom Force is trying to capture the era of comics best represented in the late 60s, a Jim Steranko-inspired Jack Kirby, Stan Lee. We're trying to create a city that would be like what you'd see in comics today. And of course, our visuals are very much sort of pseudo-future, very deco-like, so that our city, I think, is very different than what you might see in other games.
Why are superheroes still relevant?
Well, I think especially considering the current events, superheroes are something to look up to. They're paragons of virtue, they're champions. And I think that comic books on a week in, week out basis help give us a little bit of aspiration of something to strive for.
Hey, it's time for the second form of the week! Ha ha ha! Today we got one from Christy. Wow, what a babe! All right, this one starts with the rising batida, then it goes to a fire kick, and then ends with a combo Jalar. All right, here we go. This one's got to be a counter hit. While rising, hit a right punch, then up forward plus left kick plus right kick, then left punch, right kick, end it with a right kick. Send them to the moon. Yeah!
Coming up next, we take a look at Socom, U.S. Navy SEALs.
There's been a lot of talk about the home console systems finally getting into the online gaming market. Well, Sony is diving in headfirst with a game they like to call Special Operations Command. We like to call it Socom, U.S. Navy SEALs.
Here with Torin. Now, Torin is the assistant producer of Socom U.S. Navy SEAls. This game looks really cool. Tell me a little bit about it.
You command a team of 4 SEALs. You go into 4 areas of operation, 12 missions total, and you basically, your missions are to take out terrorist and mercenary operations. In the single-player game, the 3 SEALs that are supporting you are AI controlled, and you use a USB headset that comes with the game to communicate with your support SEALs.
Wait, a headset comes with the game?
Yes, it comes with the game.
Awesome. Now, is that used for online?
It's used for both, actually. In the online game, you actually use it to communicate with the other human teammates. In the single-player game, you use voice commands, so you hold down the button and you say, team run to point Charlie, or team deploy frag, and it will understand you. You don't have to calibrate the voice recognition technology to your voice at all. You just walk up and you can use it immediately. And the AI responds to you in a really intelligent way.
That voice command stuff, sometimes it's a little sensitive. Have you found any problems with that yet?
No, we're actually really surprised. There are people that have English accents, they use the voice recognition technology, and they really don't have that much trouble with it.
Another cool thing about this game is the online capability.
Yes, it is actually 2 games in one. There is a single-player game and an online game. In the online game, there's actually 3 different types of scenarios. First is basic deathmatch, which we call suppression. Then there is demolition, where there is a bomb in the middle of a particular map, and both teams have to try to get to it first and plant it in the other guy's base and guard it until it blows up. The final one is hostage rescue, where the SEALs on the team have to try to find hostages and safely escort them to a point on the map.
The graphics, I'm noticing the realism in the game is very impressive. Did you guys do any research with Navy SEALs?
We did extensive research. Really, one of the primary goals with the game was to get as much realism into the game as possible, not sacrificing the fun, of course. We actually motion captured actual U.S. Navy SEALs to get the kind of animation that you're seeing in the game right now.